Good morning. How are you? Please open your pupils box on unit 8, page 84. We will make a revision. Please pay attention. Let's begin. Radio and television, news and entertainment. We told you that people used to read news only from newspapers. We told you that when there was no radio or TV, they used to read the news from newspapers. Now, when there was a radio, they heard the news from the radio. Now, when the television was invented, they saw the news too. The news programs are popular, with lots of interviews and reports. The news programs are the most known by people because of their interviews and reports. You know that as well as news is important, there are lots of entertainment on radio and TV. You can hear the plays on the radio. You can hear the plays on the radio. The actors are in a studio. They speak into microphone. Okay, you can't see them, but you can imagine the scene by yourself because there is a sound engineer who helps to imagine the event because he adds sound effects. Okay. On the TV, everything is shown as TV drama. You don't need to imagine the scene, or you don't need to think how do people look like. Sometimes the settings are fascinating and the costumes are beautiful. They make the program very entertaining. Here I would like to tell you that you don't need to imagine the scene on the TV. Only you need to imagine the scene on the radio. Next, people enjoy chat shows in a TV studio. As Buddy Riley, when he hosts people to interview them with the program Paddy's People. In this lesson, we told you that Paddy interviewed Danny. Paddy is a host and Danny is a guest. We told you that Danny began practicing skating when he was 4. He used to practice skating on Saturday mornings. His sister stopped and gave up, but he carried on. His sister gave up and he carried on. Now, he won the first competition when he was 6. He has got 5 gold medals. Okay, now I would like to tell you that he won the Olympic Games also. On the next interview will be with a lady as a violinist, and she is the youngest solo violinist. Her name is Meg Thorpe, and she is a violinist with the City Orchestra. Now, open with me your worksheets, please. Here is the worksheet for Unit 8. The most important words are conversation, which means chat and talking. Imagine to have an idea or a picture in your mind or in your head. Both are correct. Popular, well liked and known by many people. Audience is the people who watch a show. Obviously, clearly. Guest is a person who is invited or a visitor. Both are correct. Gave up, stopped, carried on, continued. I would like to tell you that gave up is an antonym with carried on. It's the opposite of carried on. So pay attention and take care that gave up is an antonym with the word carried on, which means the opposite, okay, of carry on. Okay. Give up is the opposite of carry on. Okay, thank you. Now we'll speak about the chat show. The chat show was with Danny and Patty. Danny was an ice skater. He started when he was 4 years old. His sister gave up and he carried on. He won 5 gold medals. He used to play on Saturday mornings. The first competition was when he was 6 years old. Now he is 13 years old. Now Danny is 13 years old. Paddy's people is with Paddy Riley. And now we will talk about the reading lesson. Newspapers. People used to read the news from newspapers. From TV, people you can see and hear the news. Costumes and settings are fascinating. You don't need to imagine the scene on the TV. TV is the same word of television. The TV is the short form of the word television. Okay? A moment, please. Television. Okay, now on TV, the news programs are popular, the most known and liked by people. And you can watch so many things as TV drama, plays, chat shows, and so on. Now on radio, you only hear the news. The actors act in a studio. The sound engineers help to imagine the scene because they add sound effects. Actors use microphones and hear the plays. Okay. These are some questions about the lesson as we spoke about it. Now we will explain the articles. Not here. I will talk now about a, the, an, and the slash sign. We use a for singular. We use an for singular with vowels. The is with plural and singular. Here is an example. I read a book. In the first blank space, I use a for something mentioned for the first time. And I use the for the things that are mentioned for the second time. Book is mentioned for the second time. I saw blank space slash sign, chat shows. I use here a slash sign because chat shows is plural and is mentioned for the first time. Here, when chat shows is mentioned for the second time, I use the. Here is a revision for using such a, such and such with adjectives. You know that we use such a plus an adjective plus a noun. Such a fantastic hero. Hero is singular and fantastic is begins with a consonant, so I use a. Now, exciting film. Exciting begins with E as a vowel, so I use an with exciting film because film is singular with a consonant and adjective begins with a vowel, so I use an for singulars with vowels according to the adjective. Okay, now to talk about such with plural. Now the word such, as you say, such yes, here such incredible shows. Shows is plural, for that I use such. Now let's take a look for possessive adjective pronouns. His is for a boy. Her is for a girl. It is his hat. It is her bag. It's my cat. Sorry, my cat has blue eyes. They are its eyes. Your. Don't forget your box. Our. We like our parents. My dream is to travel by train. They were funny. Their hats were colorful. Let's go again to a pupil's box, page 89. On page 89, we will talk about the words that end with EL as channels, tunnel, hotel, travel, channel, camel, label, camel, tunnel, channel, label, and hotel, travel. These words are important. A pathway for sending out programs on TV. Here the word is channel. A large tube under the ground that things can travel through is a tunnel. A short note is a label. It must end with EL. Okay. A large building with a lot of bedrooms where people can stay is a hotel. A large animal that can live in areas where there is little water is a camel. To go on a journey is travel. Now go with me to your workbox, please, page 72. These are the most important words on in Unit 8 as we read from the worksheet. Chat, talking, is a conversation. To have an idea or a picture in your mind is imagine. Well liked and well known by many people is popular. The people who watch show is audience. Clearly is obviously a person who is invited is a guest. Okay. Where are the costumes often beautiful in TV drama? The conversations are usually interesting and entertaining in chat show. There are lots of interviews and reports in news programs. This is the same as the worksheet. Here are the vocabulary: audience, host, TV studio, guests, microphones, and sound engineer. Now look here, some words and their synonyms. Clap is upload, to is couple, continue is carry on, Winner is a champion. Worried is nervous. Now, what is the opposite of the word carry on? The opposite is give up. Give up is the opposite. Give up means stop. The meaning is carry on, and the opposite is give up or stop. Okay, next. Using a and the. Look, there is cow and sheep. Cow is mentioned for the first time. Mentioned for the first time. And it is singular with a consonant. It is a. Sheep is mentioned for the first time. Now the next blank spaces are mentioned for the second time. I use the. Cow is black, the sheep is white. Now here is the use of the. The next one. Look, there is dog and cat. There is a dog and a cat because they are mentioned for the first time in the first blank spaces. In the next blank spaces, we use the. Now we know which cat we are talking about and which dog we are talking about. A horse in this photo is beautiful. Here I mention in which photo, and I select the photo, and we know about which horse we are talking, because for that I use the. Now to talk about the girl and the boy, they are mentioned for the first time. For that I use a for them. Next, castle on that hill. Look here, I select on which hill we are talking. I chose the hill that we are talking about. I select the hill which is in the picture. For that I use the. For the things that mentioned for the first time. Now when to use the slash sign, we use it for plural mentioned for the first time. Then the plural that mentioned for the second time, I use the. Stamps slash. Why? Because it is a plural. So slash sign is for the plural that mentioned for the first time. The is the for the plural that are mentioned for the next time. Now using such a and so. This is a revision for the first unit. Look here. It was such a steep hill. Hill is singular. Steep is an adjective. Such a steep hill. We use it for an adjective with a singular. So good. We use so for adjectives without nouns. Such alone without a or an, you know that we use it for plural nouns. Adjectives plus plural nouns. So is for adjectives. Such an is for adjectives plus nouns, and such a for an adjective with a singular noun. Such an is with an adjective with a vowel plus a noun. In this lesson, you can travel under a mountain through one of these. Under the mountain, through a tunnel. Under the mountain, through a tunnel. Next, you can use a car, a train, or a plane. To do this is the word travel. The word travel. Okay. Next, people sometimes stay in this when they go on holiday. They stay in a hotel. They stay in a hotel. People put of these on their bags when they go on a plane is a label. Next, when you watch TV, you can change this to get different programs. Is a channel. This animal can go without water for a long time. Is a camel. We have already done this exercise on your pupil, on your workbooks and on your pupils box, and I send the PDF answers on WhatsApp. Okay, here this lesson is about possessive adjective pronouns. My is from I, your is from you, his from he, her from she, it's from it, our from we, their from they, the cat its, we our, my sister her, the children their, Pete his. This is a revision for the lesson. Look, there is a boat and a car because they are mentioned for the first time. Now, to mention the things for the second time, you use the boat is white and the car is black. There are slash sign because this is a plural that mentioned for the first time, and pencils is a plural that mentioned for the first time. The books are mine and the pencils are yours. The host of this chat show, because this chat show is selected and already chosen in the picture. A girl from Russia, a skater, because they are mentioned for the first time. Look at the children on the beach. Here I select the beach that I mean. The children are sitting on the beach that I am talking about. Castles, because it is plural, we use slash sign for talking about it in the first time. And ice cream is begins with a vowel. Now such a, such an. So hot. Here in the word so hot, so with an adjective without a noun. Such a with adjective plus noun without vowels. Now interesting story is singular with an adjective that begins with a vowel. So L is with so and an adjective. Such is with adjectives plus plural. Okay. I love snacks. I like sandwiches. Is always with plural nouns that are mentioned for the first time. Is with consonant and with consonants, and is for vowels. What are the vowels? They are 5 letters: A, O, E, I, and U. Okay, good luck and thank you for listening.